These are the VRS Dark Force Pro pedals. So it's a high-end product, stainless steel construction with an industrial aesthetic. Very, very adjustable. All three pedals, the pedal faces in terms of height, depth, angle are fully adjustable, and overall pedal angle is also adjustable. Now, if we look at the throttle pedal first, we have quite a unique design here. So we have a rodless spring, which doesn't quite look right to the eye, but functionally performs extremely well. Absolutely no friction whatsoever, so really nice smooth response. And we have a lot of adjustability here in terms of initial starting force, preload, and also overall force and pedal travel. So if we move on to the brake, we have similar levels of adjustability, a very high-end, heavy-duty construction. We have the blue spring on here at the moment, which tolerates a 65 kilogram maximum force. Also supplied is the optional red spring, which doubles that to 130 kilograms. These are linear springs, which is not normally how a real-life brake pedal feels. So we have this very clever mechanism on the back here, which basically turns that into a progressive, more realistic feeling, which gives you quite a decent bit of travel for low-level trail braking, and then more of a ramp up when you're really braking much harder. And we have this tie rod at the top, which is fully adjustable, along with preload, so you can really fine-tune that exact force shape to your preference. On the clutch, we have a similar level of adjustability in terms of pedal face and also the shape of the curve. So we try to emulate a clutch plate, which is stiff initially and then flattens out as the clutch gives way. So that's emulated here with a small amount of adjustability, including overall travel as well. So we're very happy with this product, and we hope you are too.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
If you're looking to get serious in sim racing, one of the first things to do is upgrade your wheelbase and pedals. The powerful force feedback in our direct drive wheelbase makes a huge difference, and our highly adjustable precision pedals will give you the consistency you need to improve. So you'll not only get the best value for your money, but you'll also benefit from our quick, local shipping from Australia and save even more. Our transparent pricing has GST included, so there's no nasty surprises at checkout or further customs delays and charges. And if you're near Melbourne, you can simply pick up your hardware from our showroom and get a free product walkthrough from one of our VRS coaches. We offer excellent customer service after the sale, and our hardware is made of the highest quality components. To get yours today, just go to the URL on the screen or click on the button below. But hurry, stock is always limited due to high demand. So if you want to get faster, sooner, VRS is your answer.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Infinity Broadcasting, and welcome in to round 2 of season 2 of the IRWC Rod Knot Cup for 69 laps here this evening out at Homestead Miami. Hamish Munro here with you as we get ready to roll in towards the second round of the season. It is going to be a spectacular night under lights here in beautiful Miami, not too far away from the Florida Keys. We come into the palm-treed area of sunshine and festivities from the, well, not just Latino community, the Miami community in general. It is a phenomenal place in the world. This is a phenomenal circuit as well, and a fantastic facility, and one which we will be racing across the weekend, not just this evening. We'll also be back here on Monday night for the VRS Porsche Cup Series, running the road course version of this circuit as well. So we'll be out of Miami for the weekend and enjoying the sights and sounds that it all has to offer. Let's have a quick look at where we currently sit in the season. Of course, last week at Atlanta was a hotly contested race for 80 laps around Echo Park. We come in tonight to Homestead for 69 nice laps in round 2. Next week we head out to Chicago Street Circuit for 30 laps before getting into Chicagoland for 80 laps in round 4. Pocono in round 5 for 50 laps. Marks just the second half of the regular season. Sonoma for round 6 for 35 laps. And then on Halloween evening, we head out to Bristol Dirt for 155 laps before the final round of the regular season out at Nashville Super Speedway on the 7th of November for 84 laps. We then get into playoffs territory. Round 9 at Texas for 99 laps. Mexico City will host us for 32 laps, and then we end it all at Talladega for 69 nice laps around Dega on the 28th of November. To get into the playoffs, you've got to finish inside of the top 10 in the championship. It's not a win and you're in scenario. You must be in the top 10 of the championship. Bonus points from the stages could play a massive part at the latter half of the season. As we come into tonight as well, it is Jack Michelson who leads the way on 50 points at the moment to Johnny Rowan P2 on 37. Lachlan Capel and Matt Fearley equal third place on 35 points apiece. Ryan Bettis, Ricky Hyde on equal fifth on 34 points. Dylan Shepherd on 33 to Kurt Chapman on 32. Kyle Gretsch on 31. And Jake Edwards makes up the top 10 for 30 points. And it's Yeaman, Anderson, Howard, Trot Woods, Brannon, Burling, Lawler, Stanley, Howard, Ferguson, Campbell, and DeVries at the back end of the field. At the moment, though, we currently situate ourselves in practice. Only a couple of minutes left before these drivers will get into qualifying trim and setting themselves up for only a couple of laps around Homestead prior to getting to the race start here this evening. We've already got a chat out there from Rhiannon. 2 left, 2 furious. Well, that's what we're going to be in for tonight. A lot of turning left and a lot of furious actions from these drivers across the circuit as well. It is going to be a real fun time for us here this evening. This is the home of my favorite roval course in the US. The Homestead road course is fantastic in my opinion. I absolutely love racing around the road course here, and I think the oval's going to be just as nice. So we see the colors of Miami. It's all going to be lit up this evening as we'll go racing very shortly here. We've got about 30 seconds until the practice wraps up and qualifying gets underway. What can Bailey Brandon do? He was so close to glory last week. Nearly took the stage win before getting taken out at the very end of the first stage. Had a comeback train happening and then unfortunately got taken out in the end and out of the top 10. He'll have work to do tonight to come back from that. Can Michelson back up his strong performance of last week as well at Echo Park, or will there be work to do here tonight and trying to find some pace? At the moment in practice, well, he's got some work to do. He sits 7th overall in the standings as Brandon puts that car into the wall for a moment there. Logan Howard will end practice at the top of the timesheets with a 32.99. Jake Edwards, 33.21, put himself into P2 across the practice session there. Qualifying, though, about to get underway here at Homestead. We'll see how these drivers do as the sun dies down and the lights turn on around Homestead, Miami. Cars will begin to exit pit lane, including Logan Howard, the fastest man in practice. And we will see where he ends up across this qualifying session. 2 laps for these drivers. They have 10 minutes to complete their 10 laps as well. So it's going to be fantastic opportunity for them to get into their groove. As Howard heads out on track, we'll see what lap time he can set. We'll focus on him for this one because he was the fastest man in practice. So we'll see if he can match that here in qualifying. Down towards the start-finish line, Logan Howard starts out rolling around. Which Ferguson is racing tonight? Just Jordan Ferguson. Just Jordan Ferguson is racing tonight. Or should I say, airline captain Jordan Ferguson is racing tonight, apparently. Jack was in the chat as well. I'm just fat and furious. Well, some would say the same about me, possibly, Jack. Joe Dyson in the chat as well. Let's get it, Bucket Boy and Ando. We want to see the vacuum out there with us in Joe Dyson, so hopefully we can get him involved in future weeks and future seasons as well. First lap time's about to come in. Logan Howard's gone to the top, 33.7, but Dylan Shepherd has just pipped him from Blackout OPR, 33.654, and he loses it through turn 2. That's going to cost Shepherd. Dodsey's now gone to P3 as well. Jake Edwards across the line gets a 33.776, takes him to P3 on the road. Can Howard improve his time, or is he going to end up P2 behind Shepherd? Or could anyone else pip him as well? Across the line he goes. Doesn't go any better, unfortunately. How can Michelson do, last week's race winner? Can he put the pieces of the puzzle together and get a solid qualifying time in on board the Mustang? And down towards the start-finish line. There's only been one Mustang to settle, or two Mustangs to settle lap thus far. Bailey Brown and James Boardman. Michelson crosses the line. What's the time going to be? It's actually not started yet. He's just started his first lap, so that's my problem, apparently. Well, he's now started this first lap, so let's see what it's going to be for him across this one. Down the back straight for him. We're right on board. Up towards turn 3 and 4. And we'll see what sort of attack he can put on Homestead Miami. Across the line for Michelson. What's the lap time going to be? Can he go to the top? On board the 26 car, he does, a 33.47 on board the DeWalt entry. And a fantastic lap from Jack Michelson. Has anyone else got anything else to challenge him with? Jake Edwards, I think, has finished up his qualifying. So has Boardman. Can Ando get a time in on board the Breast Cancer Awareness Month car? Ando wearing this because this will be his last round for a little while. He won't be here next week. So he's repping the Breast Cancer Awareness Month as he'll be away for October. And we'll hope to have him back very, very soon as he heads overseas. So can Ando get a time in? Or is this going to be it? Because he's not currently on the board. He's back in P13 at the moment. So maybe some work to do on the race tonight for Anderson. Across the line, it is a 34-1, but it's nothing spectacular. Angus Lawford has now gone to the top, 33.356, over 1/10 faster than Michelson, who hasn't managed to improve on that other lap. What about Ricky Hyde? As he comes across the line, what's the lap time going to be? It's a 33.81 for Ricky. Nothing better on board that Mustang, unfortunately, for him. John Trott and Nigel Seidel have not managed to get times in here this evening. And Angus Lawford looks to be provisional pole position in this race here this evening. A couple more chats out there as well. Vice O in the chat. Well, O to you too. How are we doing in the chat? Sorry I missed it tonight, lads. We miss you. We wish you were out there, Mark. We wish you were out there. And Rhiannon saying Anderson's too busy texting and driving. That's right. He needs to focus up on driving around Homestead instead of getting into the chat and texting away with us here this evening. Qualifying, though, is done and dusted, and it looks to be Angus Lawford who is on the pole position. John Trott and Nigel Seidel have not gone out on track at the moment, so we'll wait for qualifying to end, and then we'll head in to the race start here this evening. As the 5 minutes wraps up, white flag is out, or checkered flag is out. That is the end of qualifying. How come Chapman isn't P36? Because he's currently having a break from Project 36 at the moment. His words, not mine. So, 69 laps. here tonight at Homestead. 31 is the first stage across the board. And we'll see how they all end up over the road here this evening and across this race. We wait for cars to grid up inside a pit lane and get us started across the line here this evening. Lap 31 is the stage end, confirmed. Jodo's saying, is that legal down under? No, it's not. We cannot legally drink, text and drive, Joe, so he is technically breaking the law with that one. So we would hope he would sort that out and not continue. Yeah, that's what he... I mean, I think he's having a break until the end of the year. I hope for those guys that he gets comfortable and he goes back to the team. I didn't really dig too deep into it. It's just what I was told. So Kurt Racing as a privateer for the moment. And, yeah, hopefully we'll see him back out there in Project 36 colours very, very soon. Or wherever he may end up. We just want to see Kurt do well on track. So that's how we need to look at it at this stage. Cars needing to grid up, James Boardman and Nigel Seidel are the only two cars yet to board up at the moment. Or to grid up at the moment, I should say. Hopefully we'll see them on track. Boardman is gridded up. Seidel's gridded up as well. So lights are on. Pace car will pull away. And we will get ready to go racing here at Homestead Miami. Cars exit pit road. And we prepare ourselves. Lawford taking the pit exit line there for whatever reason. Michelson's gone up high. So, see how this now plays out off the race start. 31 laps is stage 1. 69 is the checkered flag at the end of the evening. Points on offer for the top 10 in the stage. 10 down to 1 from first down to 10th. That's the order of points on offer for them. Stage win could make or break your championship, could make or break you getting into the playoffs at the end of the season. So that might be a focus for some drivers here this evening. We'll see what the pit stop strategies say. Last week we had a multitude of cautions, 12 in fact at Echo Park. Hopefully we don't even scratch that here this evening out at Homestead Miami. 69 nice laps to come your way in a moment's notice. 31 to the end of stage 1. Pace car comes in. Miami lights it up. And the vice grip is released as we go green flag at Homestead Miami. Michelson got loose off the line. Shepherd's come straight through, as has Jake Edwards. And Lawford leads the way at the moment. Logan Howard's gone with him. Ricky Hyde as well. Kurt Chapman. Cars are getting inundated with contact back there. Braden, Michelson and Feely. Yellow flag is thrown. It's an early caution in this race. And it all arguably started with the green flag when Jack Michelson was knocked back a little bit off the race starts. Let's watch this back. So as they came through, so Michelson gets a little bit of a knock. That drops him back a little bit. Let's keep our eyes on him. As they come through turn 1, Brannon's on the inside, gets past. That's fine. Feely's on the bottom. And, oh, Brannon got really loose. Then made contact with Feely, then into Michelson. Nothing Michelson or Anderson could do. So Brannon got really, really loose up top. And that's then dropped him down. And that's brought out the first caution of this one. So, not really anyone's fault, just a small mistake from Brannon across that incident there. So, Lawford leads, Edwards, Shepherd, Howard, Hyde, Chapman, Dodds, Boardman, Lawler, and Ferguson. That's the top 10. Anderson, Seidel, Trott, Brannon, the top 14. Then it's Michelson and Feely licking their wounds at the back of the field. So, we'll see how those guys do off of the pace car restart here this evening. Let's bring in our resident American and just have a quick chat to him. Hello, Bailey. Got a bit loose there off of turn 1, too. That's then caused a bit of contact. I'm assuming apologies were made to Michelson, as that was just a sheer mistake, surely.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know who I hit. because my car was still loose after trying to avoid whoever spawned on the start there. So I was still holding on. I was still trying to handle a loose race car going into one, and it just went around. It wouldn't stick. So yeah, if I hit Michelson, that's on me. But
how it played out, you got loose, you hit Feely, and then both you rode up high into the way of Michelson and Anderson. That's how it all played out. But
well, once I got hit by Feely, I had no control.
Yeah, obviously. Well, luckily it's only on lap 1, so plenty of time to come back in this race. There's still 68 laps to go, so plenty of time to get back into it. Hopefully this isn't a sign of things to come for you, and you've gotten your bad luck out of the way very early.
Hopefully. I just hope we don't spin our tires on the start again. That'd be nice.
No worries. Thanks so much, Bailey, and FYP.
Yep. Yeah, FYP.
Bailey Brandon there. Cause of the caution coming out on lap 1. Brendan Griffiths of Project 36 in the chat with us. Great to have you with us as well. Rhiannon saying 5 cautions at the least across the 69 laps. Well, I want everyone else's predictions out there. Get your predictions in. How many cautions are we going to see flying at Homestead? I think... I want to be on the cautious. I'm going to say we get 4. I think we get 4 cautions tonight. I know, maybe I'm claiming there's going to be a long green period, but I think we can do it. I think it is possible. It's a slightly smaller grid than last week, as with the grand final public holiday today. I'm sure people have gone away for the weekend in Victoria at least. Connor Nixon in the chat with us too. Great to have you out there, Connor. Wish you were on track with us. You did sign up. Hopefully we see you next week for round 3 out at Chicago Street Circuit. Plenty of season to come though as well. Sleazy lap saying Logan Howard will cause a big pile up. We'll wait and see. He's P4 at the moment. We're about to go green flag once again here at Homestead Miami. Pace cars in. Green flag will fly once again. To the restart zone we go. Let's last longer than lap 1 as the green flag flies for Homestead with 27 laps to go before the end of stage 1. We've still got plenty of laps to go until the checkered flag flies as well. Logan Howard's dropped the spot now to Jake Edwards, but he's gained on Dylan Shepherd. As they run down the back straight, Ricky Hyde, Harry Dodds look to get involved, as does Kurt Chapman as well. Plenty of opportunity for moves to be made, plenty of opportunity for points to be gained as well across the race. As drivers run it up high through turn 3 and 4 across the line, and the first green lap is completed tonight's race. Dodds caught on that inside line. We've seen the pace, though, has been beneficial to the high line thus far. And as Howard leads this little train from P3 back, he's doing well just to hold position over Shepherd, Dodds and Hyde as they chase him down. James Boardman returns to the series tonight. He's doing well back there. P8 at the moment, up 3 spots. Lawler's up 5, Seidel up 5, Trott up 5 as well. Dodds is up 3, as I said, into P5 at the moment. So been some good movers thus far. Ferguson and Feely battling away. Ando wants to get involved, as with Brannon and Michelson. Lap 7 of 69. Lawford leads the way. Edwards on the outside line in that 11 car. Fire up Jake Edwards, fans. He is on track tonight. And we'll see if he can fire up to a race win, or possibly even a stage win at least in the first half of this one. Lawford will be feeling that pressure now, though, from Edwards. He's just starting to run up onto the back of him. Let's run on board with Edwards across the line. And you can just see the sort of pressure that's going to start to be applied here onto the back of Lawford. Lawford's got to be careful, because here comes Edwards. Wants the outside line on Angus Lawford. Can he get the run onto the back straight, or is there going to be a bit of overlap? He can't quite get there on Angus Lawford. So Lawford continues to hold on to P1 at the moment. Further back, Logan Howard is still being pressurised by the field in behind him, putting all sorts on him at the moment. Look at that. Oh, there's contact, and Logan Howard's gone off. He somehow held it, didn't get it in the wall. Still a yellow flag. Oh, no, there it is. There's the yellow, and it's John Trott who's gone around, and Bailey Brannon's been knocked again. Brannon knocked again. Oh, and Ando's been in there too in the 58 car. Some wild moments off the back of that small little green period. Maybe I was too cautious in my prediction. Who knows? This is how it happened. So there's Howard already coming back on track. Then here's Brannan. He just gets into the back of Ando after Trott's already gone round. So we need to go a little bit further back. This is back when Howard got caught up. So I think there was a bit of contact here with Shepherd, maybe a bit of bump draft. Down to the bottom goes Logan Howard. He then returns back up. But then look at this here. Trott goes round. Contact between Anderson and Brannan. And Trott's just licking his wound. So it's some early moments here. Maybe I was too cautious when I said 4. Who knows? 5 might be on the money at this stage. So not seeing anyone come into pit road just yet. Do we see them coming? Who knows? Second caution of the night. Could quite possibly see it. Time will tell. We are 8 minutes into this one. I don't see, is anyone coming in? Feely's going to come in, so early pit stop for him. He's already been into pit lane previously to fix up that car. Shepherd's in as well. But I think he's just realised he had to enter on the back straight and has not wanted to come in. So Feely's in, Brannan's back in, Trott's in, Anderson's in as well, as suspected, because they all have a little bit of damage on board their cars. So this could now become a fuel game. It could become a game of being able to save fuel. Could become a game of settling into a nice little rhythm. But if we go green for long, that could help those who've already come into pit road. Because they're not going to need to spend nearly as long in pit lane as the other cars will, because they're about to fill up with 7 extra laps worth of fuel. Feely still in at the moment. He's just exited now. Just got himself going again, which is good to see. Feely's actually just had a black flag, unfortunately, so he's going to have a drive-through. I would argue for either an unsafe entry or speeding in pits. So Matt Feely's going to have to traverse back through pit lane. Well, he's not going to go any further back than what he is at the moment, so it's not too bad of a loss, actually, for Matty. Should be going green on this next lap. Lights go out on the pace car. Yes, they do. So it's going to be double file on the restart here. OPR cars looking strong at the front of the field with Edwards and Shepherd up there. Ricky Hyde up in the P4, Lawler in P5 at the moment. So plenty of racing still to come, though, even after 2 cautions of this race. We're on to lap 12. We've still got 19 laps to go, to be 18 when we cross the start-finish line, as we hit lap 13. And in the chat saying, bet he's Feely a bit bad about that black flag. Wow. Oh, man, that is incredibly creative. Incredibly creative. Bravo. Absolute bravo. A round of applause for that one. Oh, Matty, if you're watching this back, just know I am actually dying inside from laughing, because that is hilarious. Lawford will reset us up, though, for another restart. He put the car on pole. He's restarted this. We started this race 2 times already. About to start it for a third. Pace car in. Lights will go up. Miami Speedway back under green flag conditions, and immediately Harry Dodds has gone round, and it's immediate third caution of this race. I don't know how. I do not know how in the hell that happens, but it is an immediate yellow flag. Let's watch this. Was there contact with Borsman and Dodds, or Dodds got loose, put the foot down, and round she goes? That's a tough break for him. That's a really, really weird restart for that to happen. Really is quite odd. interesting one. So we'll see if anyone comes into pit lane now, because there's already been a couple of drivers to have come in. Got us in the chat saying, is the track wet? It's not wet. It's just, it's a very, very odd scenario to be in. We might have to go on board with Boardman, because Boardman was riding behind him. So that'll give us an indication on if contact was made and how it was made. So let's watch this here. So that's actually, Dodsy's already loose at that point. No, there's never contact made. There's never contact made with Boardman. Dodsy just gets loose and has a skill issue and ends up off track. That there is a really weird one. But I think what we should do is, I think we should ask the man himself about it, because it was really, really interesting. Dodsy, we need to confirm, how in the hell do you lose it on the start line on a restart like that?
Good question. I'm obviously still, it's not really an excuse for me, because I'm still learning how to drive these cars properly. So yeah, it's all learning experience for me. Like, thankfully the boys in the team are more oval experienced than I am. So hopefully this will be a good learning lesson for me, and we'll continue to climb my way back through the field.
I suppose one thing it'll teach you now is throttle control.
Exactly right. That's exactly right.
So that's a learning curve for you right there. Oh, well, that's good. We needed to confirm how that could happen, because initially I thought there was contact. It's like, no, he's just lost it on his own. So, well, a learning experience for you, Dodsy. We'll see how you go across the rest of this race. Plenty more learning to come, I'm sure. So, best of luck out there.
Definitely. Thank you, mate. Cheers. Have a good call.
Harry Dodds there of Project 36. Just getting a bit loose on the start line as we restarted that race. No excuses. No excuses, Brendan. Absolutely none. That there is the most bog standard learning curve I think you could ever ask for. Is why do you have to learn throttle control? There you go. I hope that was enough beans for you, Brendan. Third caution of the night though already. We are 14.5 minutes, or 15 minutes into this race. We are 16 laps in, lap 17 to come our way very shortly. Jake Edwards leads the way. Angus Lawford, I believe, has been in pit lane. He has been in pit lane for a stop. Feely's still got that black flag, by the way, so he's going to have to commit to that very soon. Otherwise, he is going to get disqualified. So he'll have to commit to that when we come back around for green flag running once again. Into the restart zone we go. Single file line astern, and it's green flag at Homestead Miami again. As Edwards gets us underway, Shepherd, Hyde, Chapman, Boardman, Lawless, Seidel, Michelson, Howard and Brannan is the top 10 at the moment, but Howard and Michelson battling early as they run it round the low side. You see Boardman got dropped down low, and now he's dropped positions as well. So Boardman's dropped all the way back to the rear of the field. Edwards, though, in a controlling position at the front. Hyde in the P3. Chapman hot on his heels, the defending champion, the driver with the number 1 on that car. And there's David Lawler with Nigel Seidel in behind him. Michelson as well. Anderson, Howard and Brannan battling away. Ando, remember, has had that pit stop back on lap 10. So he is fueled to that car to possibly even get to the stage end at this point. If we go green, well, those cautions may get them there, but it'll be a bit tight on the numbers. See how it all plays out for them. Lawford's been in as well. In fact, he took tyres on that stop. And as you run it round 3 and 4, it is all hotly contested in the midfield. Lap 19 of 31. Feely is back in pit lane to serve that black flag. He's had to do it under green. That might see him to a lap down on the field, but if we get a caution, he'll get his lucky dog. Here comes Lawford on Ando, down the back straight. It's a drag race. Down towards turn 3 and 4. Michelson and Brannan drag race as well. Howard with the best seat in the house right now. Let's ride on board with him as he follows this battle pack of cars. And my God, you would not want to see any tyre smoke coming in front of you, because that would mean you could be seeing a massive wreck up the road. And you'll want to try and avoid it as much as possible. Lap 20 of 31. The stage is ticking down very, very quickly. Brannon getting held up a little bit here. Michelson now sneaking ahead. Remember, he came in on lap 1. We predict Brannon, Anderson, Lawford to stay out under the caution when we get to the stage end. That's the prediction on their end at the moment. And that can be a big factor come the end of the race. And as Edwards leads the way, we've got Shepherd in P2. And in there saying, I think we should make a bet and he'll be right in this one. You won't make a bet with me on if there's going to be 5 or more cautions, Hamish, because I'm always right. Well, I said there would at least be 4. So technically I'm still correct, as there is the 4th caution. I am correct. There's the 4th. I said there would at least be 4. You claimed 5 cautions at least. You didn't claim there'd be 5 or more. So we're both in the same boat with that one. I think because we said or more, I think we're both in the clear in terms of betting, if I'm honest with you. Edwards, though, slows up now the caution's been thrown. So why has this caution been thrown? What has happened further back in the field to get us to this point? I think it might have been John Trott and Matt Feely having an incident together. So let's get a better angle of this. Have a look here. So Ferguson on the outside line of Trott. Trott gets really loose. Feely has a sympathy, well, shunt into the wall. And then Trott back underway again. I can price is right, you, because A, it's my broadcast. B, you said at least 5 cautions. I said at least 4. I'm technically not wrong. If we'd had less than 4, then yes, I'd be wrong. If we have less than 5, you're wrong. You didn't say 5 or more. Joe in the chat, though, is saying, let's go 8 cautions. Are you going to say that there's 8 overall, Joe, or at least 8? What's the claim going to be? Ricky Hyde, Logan Howard, David Lawler, Harry Dodds, John Trott, Matt Feely all in pit lane. Borsman's out there. He's a lap down at the moment. We might see him get his wave around here on the field, because it looks like he could get his lucky dog rule. So Jakey Edwards controls the field. Borsman comes past. 8 overall, okay. 8 overall from Joe. So if we go 1 over or 1 under, Joe is out of the bet for how many cautions we're going to have. So Borsman gets that wave around. Howard, Trott, Feely all come through pit lane. Oh, it's bad. It is real bad. It's another black flag for Matt Feely. And it's a black flag for Logan Howard. I would say either for an unsafe exit or speeding in pit lane once again. So both those cars are going to have to retraverse when we get to green flag running here tonight. It's a real shame for them. Logan had some really good pace off of qualifying. So to give you the update on the order at the moment. So we are currently lap 23. That is what we currently sit on at the moment. Lap 23 of 69. Jake Edwards leads the way. We've had 4 for 12 laps of this race. 4 cautions for 12 laps. If we look at the race analysis, it's been 69 laps here tonight. 31 laps is stage 1, and final stage is 38 laps across the race. For the weather, that's what we can expect as well. I don't know why it's changed that font on that analysis thing there, but whatever. So to give you the other rundown as well, we're on lap 24. Lawford came in on 14. Anderson in on 10, Brannon in on 10, Hyde in on 22, Michelson came in on lap 1. Then it is Dodds, Lawler, Howard and Trott who came in on lap 22. Feely's been in on 19, but Howard and Feely need drive-throughs to get served. So the top 3 have not come into pit road. We've had enough cautions probably to get us to the end of the stage, because we've been under caution for 13 laps as we look to go green flag running once again. As Edwards and Shepherd are having a bit of a fun in the front row. Chapman, Lawford, currently former teammates. Michelson, Seidel up there as well. How can this pit strategy help cars all throughout the field? How can it help those at the front of the field as well? Green flag flies. Homestead Miami lights up with NASCAR action once again as we run up towards turn 1. Lap 26 of 69. 6 laps to go until the stage ends at lap 31. Jake Edwards leads the way. Feely's back in to serve that black flag. Logan Howard's got to come in as well to serve his. He can't go too long though, otherwise, as I said, he will get disqualified from the session. He won't be wanting that. Lawford on those fresh tyres is now up to P3. Ferguson dropping a bit of pace on the outside line here to David Lawler. And Harry Dodds, as round goes Nigel side out. There's no caution that's been thrown just yet here with 5 to go. He's kept it running. Logan Howard's in to serve his drive-through. Shepherd sets the fastest lap of the race, 32.95 the last time by. Blackout OPR controlling the front of the field. What sort of pit strategy are they going to be able to play here though when they come through pit road? As Lawford chases them down and tries to apply some pressure. Chapman would as well. Michelson wants to do well here tonight. He's down 3 off the start line. He started P2 on the road if you recall. Lawford started P1. So both the front row cars are having to make their way back through after pit stops earlier in the evening. 4 to go until the stage end. Looks like we could get green flag to the very end of it. And that there is Jake Edwards wall riding through turn 3 and 4. That's a big no-no. He was told you're not supposed to be wall riding like that. He'll need to stop that, otherwise he's very likely going to have a review put out on him. Because we do not agree with that sort of racing. Lawford battling here with Dylan Shepherd for P3, or P2 on the road and P3. Caution is thrown. That'll end the stage. As Seidel has a meatball flag. Harry Dodds has been off on the back stretch for Project 36. Oh, and it's contact with his own teammate. David Lawler has made contact with Harry Dodds. Let's watch this back. So Dodds running up high. Gets it loose right into the front of his teammate David Lawler. So that caution ends the stage, 5th caution of this race. They need to get to 36 to get to, lap 31, to get to the stage points, to get to the stage end. So if they're in the top 10 right now, they've got to stay out on track. If they come into pit lane, they'll give up stage points. So Edwards will get P1 points of 10. Shepherd 9, Lawford 8, Chapman 7, Michelson 6, Brannon 5, Hyde 4, Lawler 3, Trott 2, Ferguson 1. Although Lawler is just coming to pit lane, Ferguson's coming as well on the end of lap 30, but they have to get to 31 to get the stage points. This might be a bit hairy here on if they're actually going to get their points or not from the stage. So Lawler exits, Edwards the front of the field. So as we roll around behind the pace car, Drew Dyson saying, oh, that might be bad pit timing for them. Yeah, it could be very bad pit timing. That could have cost them some crucial points. Brendan Griffiths out there as well. What's the first rule about being teammates? Yeah, they don't know each other. Oh, they are there. They don't know either. No idea, apparently. Between the two of them. So stage will have now officially ended as we hit lap 32. So the stage has ended. The current top 10 is Jake Edwards, Dylan Shepherd, Angus Lawford, Kurt Chapman, Jack Michelson, Bailey Brannan, Ricky Hyde, John Trott, James Boardman, David Lawler. Importantly, Jordan Ferguson gave up stage points by coming into pit lane not too long ago, so that's cost him a little bit here. Lights out on the pace car. It'll be green flag running. And look at the cars amongst this top 10. Edwards and Shepherd, Lawford, last season's champion Chapman, Michelson, Brannan, Ricky Hyde, the rookie this season, John Trott is out there as well, Boardman, who had some good pace last season in the ARCA car, and then David Lawler, previous top 5 finisher in the championship. It's a stacked top 10 at the moment in this race. Just sneaking outside, Anderson last season finished P3 in the championship. Dodsey, who's learning this car, but a solid road racing efforts. Ferguson, who's getting better each week, a former race winner as well. Nigel Seidel, a bit of the NASCAR E-Series. Logan Howard, Matt Feely too. It's a stacked lineup tonight in Miami. Lights up, green flag, 38 to go as stage 2 at Homestead gets underway. Solid restart from Jake Edwards and from Angus Lawford, who's now up into P2. Could have been a mistake from Edwards there not to come in under that caution break for the stage end, because he's now going to have to pit under green flag conditions possibly. That could hurt him, because Lawford is coming on 14. Hyde came in on 22. Trott came in on 22 as well. He can't stay out there forever. It's more wall riding, by the way, up at the top of turn 3-4. He's got to be cautious of that. So Edwards and Lawford still continue to battle away here for the race lead. In through turn 1 and 2 they go. Shepherd does linger a little bit on the restarts, but it's a drag race down towards 3 and 4 as Edwards takes back the lead. And his wall, it's a little tap up there. It's not too bad, but he's trying to ride it as high as possible. Lawford trying to run that low line, not going to get anywhere without anyone in front of him to drag him along. 34 to go. Inside line from Lawford now. But when will Edwards have to pit? That's the question, because he'll undoubtedly need a pit stop. He will undoubtedly need one very soon. Lawford will be able to keep going. And if it's green flag under pits, that's going to bury Edwards through the field. It has to be said. So this is going to be tight and it's going to be tough. Shepherd's having a bad blinker behind them. Chapman will have to be careful. Lawford tucks back in for the moment here. Michelson inside of the top 5 now as well. He didn't come in under that caution. Lawler did. He's taking advantage right now as Nigel Seidel's had a moment, and that's big contact on the main straight. Big contact, toes back to pits. We'll get the fast repair on it. No caution thrown. No caution thrown just yet. 33 to go. Make that 32. But when will these race leaders have to come in? That's the question. We'll look a bit further back. Bailey Brannan battling away here with John Trott. He's got Ricky Hyde in behind him. So these guys look to get into a nice intense battle. Anderson trying to chase them down. He's got Logan Howard ahead of him, a lap down from him. His teammate Ferguson in behind him, and then James Boardman chasing them down as well. Dodsey the last car on the lead lap at the moment. Oh, as round goes David Lawler, there's the caution. There is the caution, and if you're Jake Edwards, you've got to come into pit road now. You've got to get in now that the caution has been thrown. It has to happen. You cannot risk staying out there and pitting under green. And if you're Lawford, you've got to follow him in. Because you'll get past him by virtue of being able to take less fuel. But you want to do it while it's a free pit stop scenario. So we'll watch them come round. Will Edwards come into pit lane? He's got to, surely. He's got to come in. Now they'll have to line up behind the pace car for at least a lap, and then they can filter their way off and come through pit road. But he's got to do it. Those front runners, those guys who are yet to pit, Boardman, Edwards, Shepherd, and Chapman are going to come in. So Edwards is coming in. Lawford has stayed out. That could have thrown something away for him. Because if he has to do a green flag stop, that's going to cost him because everyone else is in. Edwards, Shepherd, Chapman, Michelson, Trott, Brannan, Hyde. Anderson has stayed out. Boardman's in. Ferguson stayed out. Dodds is in. Howard stayed out as well. So the majority of the field has stayed out there. Oh, sorry, have come into pit lane. Anderson and Ferguson have stayed out on track. As Angus Lawford came in at the last minute. He came in at the last minute, but that might give him an unsafe pit entry, which could give him a black flag. He has to hope and pray that he got in there safely and that he didn't trigger anything. Tyres going on board the 26 car of Michelson. Tyres going on board the OPR cars. No tyres for Lawford. It's fuel only. Fuel only for Lawford. Brannan as well has only taken fuel. Edwards took tyres and fuel. So did Shepherd. So did Trott. Michelson, Chapman, Hyde all did as well. Will we see Anderson, Ferguson come into and Feely? Looks like these guys are going to hold the track position. They want to hold the track position. Now, maybe their thought process is, well, if we get the same amount of cautions we had, which was 5 in the first stage, we can make it to the end of this race. Maybe that's the thought process. Because they pitted on lap 30. Now, they're not going to have the tyre advantage. Well, they'll still have an advantage over Lawford or Brannan, but they're not going to have the tyre advantage. But they could make it home realistically if there is enough cautions. The rest of the field can make it home as well if there's enough cautions too. Feely's going to have to drop to the end of the line because he's currently contaminating the field, being a lap down, so he'll have to let all the cars past him. The VRT cars, Velocity Racing team of Anderson and Ferguson, will restart this race on the front row. Lawford now P3. Brannan P4. Edwards and Shepherd in behind. Trott as well. So the 3 OPR cars are all together. Michelson's in there too. Chapman, Hyde, Lawler, Boardman, Dodds, Howard, Feely and Seidel's out of this race, unfortunately for him. Plenty of racing still to come. Plenty of action to the conclusion here at Homestead Miami. Whose race is it going to be? Whose win could it be as well? Fuel has been topped up for a lot of drivers. Tyres have been put on board as well. Green flag flies up towards the line. And we get ourselves started and underway once again here at Homestead Miami. Anderson leads us through. And, oh my God, that was Ferguson, sorry, dropping a couple of spots off the line. He's gotten going once again. Edwards already immediately up to the high line. Lawford's trying to lead him away as well. Brannan's in there too. He wants to get involved. But Anderson on the low line, on the low side of the circuit. Lawford may try and get around him here as Anderson's coming in. Oh, and it's a caution that's been thrown. And it's a massive incident on the straight. A massive incident. Multiple cars involved. Couldn't come at a better time for Anderson, who's just come in. Could not have come at a better time. That is a mammoth incident. Multiple cars. Multiple cars have been involved. But let's watch this back. So Brannon gets hooked up with Logan Howard right on board with Michelson. So Brannon is now across the road. He then gets shoved out to the wall. Low line goes John Trott. Michelson's trying to find a way through. Locking up his Dodge. That then hits the rear of Michelson. Brannon hooks up with Boardman further back. And it's just all hell breaking loose. All hell breaking loose back there. Good evasive action from Ricky Hyde. But that there is a massive incident that was highly avoidable. Brannon's had to come in. And now it looks like we're back to business as usual as Lawford is back to the front. Edwards is P2. Ferguson up in P3. Chapman in P4. Shepherd, Lawler, Dodds, Hyde and Howard. Michelson, Brannon, Anderson, Trott are all in pit lane. We expect Boardman to come in as well. He's got a black flag, as does Anderson. I think Anderson actually had that from an unsafe pit entry possibly, but he's just taking his stop. But that could have ended up perfect for Ando. That could have ended up perfect for him. Well, he's now taken tyres. He's now at the back of the field, and he's now got work to do. So the focus now is to go to back up the front. What can Ferguson do? Because he's on old rubber. That car is screaming right now for a pit stop here. He doesn't want to do it under green flag conditions, though. So he's got to make a choice at some point. If it's going to be now, it's got to be now. He has to come in. He doesn't. He stays out. Could that be the kiss of death for Ferguson? And will he drop down the order on those old tyres? Where everyone else has now got a lot more grip and a lot more tenacity to get to the end. He's trying to fuel save that car to the end of this race. But can he hold the pace at the front of the field? That's the most important question. That's the eyebrow-raising question at the moment as well. It's certainly an interesting storyline to carry us throughout the rest of this race. And one that I think may stand the test of time. Seventh caution of the race, lap 46. We have got 23 laps to go when we hit the start-finish line. 23 laps to get to the checkered flag. Will there be another caution in amongst it, or will it go green to the end? If it goes green to the end, it is going to be an almighty battle between Jake Edwards and Angus Lawford. Could Ferguson pull off an upset? Could Chapman get back to old winning ways? Pace car in. Green flag at Homestead Miami as we're back underway. 23 laps to go. Lap 47 of 69. Nice. Exit of turn 4 we go. Lawford leads the way. Edwards in P2. Ferguson P3. Lawler in P4. It has been an almighty scrap for the race lead thus far. No one has been willing to give an inch throughout this race. Boardman back in pit lane to serve his black flag. Anderson already did so. And now Jake Edwards is hot on the heels of Angus Lawford as they run it round through turn 4 and onto the main straight. They've built up a 1.4 second gap over Lawler, who's got Ricky Hyde all over his ginger back there in P3 and P4. Turn 1, 2, 21 to go. Can they make it home on this fuel load, or are they going to need a pit stop to get to the end? Might be a tough ask from this stage. But here comes Edwards on the inside of Lawford. Into turn 3 they go. Lawford ends up giving it to him, but he wants the changeover, wants the switch back. Can he get back up the inside of Edwards here? It has been an almighty back and forth. Cuts the lane off from Edwards and takes back the lead to Lawford. It has been an audacious race thus far, with so many twists and turns. It's felt like such a roller coaster ride as Lawford runs it a bit wide at turn 2. Here comes Edwards up the inside at turn 3. Back into the race lead goes the 11 OPR car. Lawford can't quite get a run just yet. 20 to go, about to be 19. Lawford's got to try and find something in that Project 36 Mustang if he wants to challenge the Simbriggs entry at the front of the field of Jake Edwards. Pressure's on though. Pressure's at its maximum right now. The race lead is not over just yet. Ricky Hyde though, this is the battle further back. Ricky Hyde on the back of Lawler. Then there's Logan Howard, Jack Michelson, Dylan Shepherd battling away too. All for position as they run through 3 and 4. Been a good green flag run thus far. Let's take a quick opportunity to give thanks to our series sponsors, VRS, from the VRS Porsche Cup Series, and to iRacing as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very, very soon after these quick, short messages from VRS and iRacing.
These are the VRS Dark Force Pro pedals. So it's a high-end product, stainless steel construction with an industrial aesthetic. Very, very adjustable. All 3 pedals, the pedal faces in terms of height, depth, angle are fully adjustable, and overall pedal angle is also adjustable. Now if we look at the throttle pedal first, we have quite a unique design here. So we have a rodless spring, which doesn't quite look right to the eye, but functionally performs extremely well. Absolutely no friction whatsoever, so really nice smooth response. And we have a lot of adjustability here in terms of initial starting force, preload, and also overall force and pedal travel. So if we move on to the brake, we have similar levels of adjustability, a very high-end, heavy-duty construction. We have the blue spring on here at the moment, which tolerates a 65 kilogram maximum force. Also supplied is the optional red spring, which doubles that to 130 kilograms. These are linear springs, which is not normally how a real-life brake pedal feels. So we have this very clever mechanism on the back here, which basically turns that into a progressive, more realistic feeling, which gives you quite a decent bit of travel for low-level trail braking, and then more of a ramp up when you're really braking much harder. And we have this tie rod at the top, which is fully adjustable, along with preload, so you can really fine-tune that exact force shape to your preference. On the clutch, we have a similar level of adjustability in terms of pedal face and also the shape of the curve. So we try to emulate a clutch plate, which is stiff initially and then flattens out as the clutch gives way. So that's emulated here with a small amount of adjustability, including overall travel as well. So we're very happy with this product, and we hope you are too.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to the IRWC Rod Knot Cup. 8th caution of the race has been thrown during a very small ad break there. It was all caused by this moment here with John Trott and I believe Harry Dodds possibly. They were battling away further back in the field. We saw some images there of Trott with a sore front right wheel, and that there might have been the knock up in the wall. That's it right there, the crunch into the barrier for John Trott. That has then sent him packing into pit lane and sent the caution in the pace car back out onto the track. It's a very weird and awkward moment. What it's done is, though, it's seen a couple of cars through pit lane, including himself, Lawford, Dodds, Shepherd, Edwards, Ferguson have all come through, getting set up and ready to get to the restart zone of this race. Lawler and Hyde lead the way. Michelson, Howard, Brannan, Chapman, Anderson, Trott, Lawford, Dodds the top 10. It was a very weird moment. I don't know how the hell it happened. We'll have to watch it back later on. Because we're about to get green flag running. 8th caution of the race. Pace car in. Lawler and Hyde at the front of the field. Anderson wants to make a comeback. So does Brannan. Michelson does too. Green flag. 13 laps to go at Homestead. And with cars buried in the field, it could be a chaos-filled end to this race, as Michelson wants to run early. Up on Ricky Hyde at the front of the field. Brannan wants to get up there too, but there's some in contact, and it's a massive stack further back. 9th caution is called. 9th caution is called. Edwards involved in that one. So was Dylan Shepherd. Bailey Brannan has had a massive lose through 2 and 3. Oh, sorry, 1 and 2. And that has brought out the caution once again. John Trott is back in pit lane. That is a huge moment. Huge, huge moment in this race. Let's watch this back. How in the hell has this happened to Bailey Brannan? Right on board with him inside the car. So he gets restarted. This is our special SPP graphics helmet cam. A couple of drivers have got it out there. Let's watch this. So through 1, turns in. Oh, and it just gets loose. And then contact's made, and then bang! Straight into the OPR car. And around goes Brannan. It is a wild thing to see when it does happen out there. Now let's have a quick look back here at John Trott's, because that was a very weird one earlier on. He's another one of our drivers with the cockpit cam available to him. This was earlier on. This is when he's battling away with Dodds. This is what brought out our last caution prior to this. So he's through turn 1 and 2. As he comes round, just gets a little bit loose. Oh, overcorrects and into the wall he goes. That's a big hit. John Trott now with a meatball. And now in pit lane. So cars are in. Anderson, Shepherd, Edwards, Brannan, Feely and Trott are all in. Lawler still the race leader. Ricky Hyde, Michelson, Howard, Chapman, Dodds, Lawford, Ferguson, Anderson, Shepherd and Edwards. That's our top 11. Then there's Brannan, Feely, Trott, Boardman and Seidel. Non-finisher at the moment, neither. Oh no, Boardman is still running. Just good to see from him. So, it's a wild end to the race. It's a wild, wild end. And it's a wild, wild west affair out there here in Homestead, Miami. Next week we head out to Chicago Street Course. Who knows how highly contested that would be, but with a lot of circuit races out there in the field, it could be an unmissable spectacle next week on the streets of Chicago. And you got guys like Harry Dodds, 4K rating, Michelson as well. He's up towards 4K. Ferguson doesn't do too bad, neither does Anderson. I mean, Shepherds, Edwards, those guys speak for themselves. Matt Feely too. An incredible amount of quality road course races are in the field, and I think the road courses are going to get even more special this season, because all those guys are going to turn up the wick and turn up the energy for those races throughout the season. Next week, the first one at Chicago. It's going to be ballistic for road course racing. We obviously have Sonoma later on. And then during the playoffs, we head out to Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the second round of the playoffs this season. So David Lawler will get us restarted. Single line restart here off the 9th caution. We are on lap 60. 8 laps to go when we cross the line. It'll begin lap 62. Will we end up in overtime, or will we get to 69 laps in the end? Crucial moments, crucial time to react, and crucial time to make sure the belts are checked and you're ready to rock and roll. Green flag in Homestead Miami once again. And that there is Dylan Shepherd changing lanes before the control line. That's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to change lanes off restarts. So that may be looked into post-race. But David Lawler's gotten us started again. Ricky Hyde's gone with him. Jack Michelson as well, P3 at the moment. But he wants to make it P2. Howard would love a podium. So would Chapman. Lawler would love a race win. It's 9 to go. It'll now be 8 to go. And around goes Ricky Hyde after contact with Michelson. A 10th caution of the race. 10th caution is thrown. And that there is a spectacular moment at this time of the race. Wow, wowee. Let's have a look at that one again, because that was wild. So let's watch with Michelson here. How does this look for him? So outside line is Hyde. Rides up a bit high onto Ricky, and then contact's made, and around he goes. Spin, spin, spin. Goodbye is all she wrote. That's a shame for Ricky. He was running really, really well. Now Michelson up the order. Let's have a quick chat to Mr. Anderson, methinks.
He's on an escalator. It's going upstairs, so see you later.
Hello, Mr. Anderson.
I've cleared the end of line and given you the drive-through back. Hello. I was just having to sort out a black flag for standing for switching lanes.
Oh, well, that's good, because I actually made mention of that on the broadcast. I noticed Dylan changed lanes, and I said, oh, that's a no-no. He may be getting a penalty now. So obviously
I gave him an end of line, but it turns out he already had a drive-through penalty anyway from iRacing. So we've cleared the blacks and given him the drive-through back. So then it's still the iRacing way.
Well then, Doddsy and Ricky have come back in pit lane now. Interesting strategy. Well, we got you for a couple of moments here, Jack, before we get back to green. Chaos this race has been thus far, it seems.
Yeah.
You're not going to be here for a little while. Are you going to miss the chaos for a few weeks?
I will a bit. I love this racing, so it's a bit frustrating when people kind of fly into the incidents happening in front of them, thinking they can get through, like Days of Thunder, but people are always going to do that. But yeah, I'm going to miss it. Well, but it'll be definitely a good experience over there.
I'm going to ask you for a prediction right now. We've got the old man himself, David Lawler, at the front of the field with a hungry giraffe breathing down his neck like he's a tree and he's ready to chew on some leaves. Which one of them is going to come out on top? What do you think Logan Howard can maybe sneak past them off this restart?
I reckon I'll just turn Jordan and then I'll get in front of him one more position and then I'll take the flag.
Oh, I see. Very good. Bold strategy.
No, I would like to see who comes out on top. Hopefully it's a good race till the end. But yeah.
We will see. Well, I'll let you go as we're about to get back underway again. Thanks for going to have a quick chat, and thanks for sorting out that black flag as well. We'll see you on the other side.
Oh, good. I'm just giving Jordan a couple kisses on the way through. I've been making sure to share it around to everyone that I've been behind in the lane, in the safety car lines. It looks
Yeah.
like Jake might be about to give me one too.
Yeah, you got to give him a little kiss, but thanks so much, Jack Oz. I'll send you back. I'll let you go make some more love to Jordan in the chat. So, Jack Anderson there, one of our fellow admin racing in the field tonight. So he's had a tough night on the road. He'll be away for a month as he heads overseas. Hopefully we'll see him in the chat whilst he's away, watching along with us as well. It'll be a fun time going ahead throughout the next few weeks. Of course, Chicago Street Course next week. If you thought the first 2 rounds were chaos, get ready for that one. As we go street circuit racing on the streets of Chicago, it is going to be a wild run next week. I'm so excited for it. Pace car's going to come in. We'll get green flags once again. We're on lap 65 at the moment. 4 to go when we cross the line. Pace car, pit lane, green flag, flies at Homestead Miami. 4 to go, lap 66 of 69. And as we run through turn 1 and 2, Michelson looks to make it 2 wins in a row this season. Lawler looks to win his first for Project 36. Logan Howard, P3, would love an outstanding performance of getting up into the podium and even into the top 2 spots. Lawler's up 13 spots in this race, by the way. Lawford battling away with Chapman, Anderson, Edwards, Brannan further back in the field as well. 3 laps to go. Lap 67 is 69. And Lawler controls the lead of this race in what has been an incredible running at Homestead Miami. 10 cautions to the trot. Well, we get an 11th as Angus Lawford has just gone round. Jordan Fake's been involved. Well, the big one's happened. It's going to be overtime in Miami. Overtime to come your way. Anderson gets caught up in it. Lawford was the initial instigator in that. Nothing on his fault, though. He didn't deliberately make contact with anyone. He's just trying to get going once again here as Shepherd came round. Just fires on through. Overtime, though, here at Homestead. 11th caution of the race. And it's a final opportunity and a final dash for these top 3 to sneak their way through to prosperity. Edwards has found his way back up there into P4. Hopefully they fueled up for an extra couple of laps, because that's what they're going to have to do tonight. We had 3 to go when the caution was thrown. Caution, well, the pace car's going to be out there for 3 laps. So we'll now be going to 72 laps of Homestead Miami. 3 extra. If there is another caution as Bailey Brannan's coming in, so maybe he didn't fuel up. Extra fuel to the end, who knows? If you didn't fuel up, you may need to be ready to, because if we get a caution again, we can go another green, white, checkered and get even more overtime tonight at Homestead. It is an incredible storyline as Brannan, Hyde, Anderson are all in. Ferguson and Lawford as well. They may be in to take tyres. We'll have to wait and see. Have they kept a set available? Boardman's in as well. So let's see what the pit stops look like from them. Are there tyres going on board those cars, or is it just fuel? It's just fuel. It's a top-up. So they've all topped up with fuel to get this thing home. So is it going to be a fuel game for those front runners of Lawler, Michelson, Howard? Edwards may be okay. He pitted on 58, so he might be all right. Chapman on 40, that could get tight. Backing up on it. Dave says he will need his arthritis pills after this. Oh, President that he's Brendan Griffiths as well. Don't know if Dave's heart can handle this level of intensity. Pretty sure his car number is his age. Backing up on it as well, saying I'd say he's PP inches in all states. Oh, David Lawler's taken all the flack, all the chirps, and all the pressure tonight at the front of the field. Caution will come in at the end of this lap. We are now officially on lap 70. So when we get started, it'll be 71. It'll be 3 laps to go. If they can make it on fuel, they're hoping and praying it doesn't go green, white, check it again. If they can't make it on fuel, well, they're hoping it gets to the checkered flag. That's what they want. These front runners may not be able to afford another overtime scenario post this one. Lawler and Michelson, front row. Edwards, Howard in behind. Dodds, Chapman, Brannan, Shepherd, Anderson, Hyde, the 5th row. Lawford, Ferguson, Feely, Boardman, and then Trott and Seidel are out of this one. 11th caution of the race. Will we match Echo Park and get a 12th before the end? Or is it going to be green, white, checkered when we get to the end of this race? Safety cars in. Green flag at Homestead Miami. 2 to go. Lap 71 is 72. As we've run it into overtime, and Michelson is centered hard on the outside line here to Lawler. Michelson, Lawler, which one of them's going to get the benefits? Edwards wants a shot at it as well as they run down the back straight. If we don't get a caution thrown now, it's going to be white flag. Lawford is trying to fight up through the field. Lawler's trying to hold on to the lead. Michelson's up there too. Edwards on the outside. It's 3 wide through turn 4. 3 wide. White flag action. Michelson's gone. White flag is thrown. Lawler's kept going. Edwards leads the way. Chapman and Howard up onto the podium. Brannan went in the background too. It's not the end that they would have wanted. But for Jake Edwards, he'll be smiling ear to ear, grinning ear to ear. Anderson's gone off as well, off the back straight. But Jake Edwards of OPR on the outside line at the moment. Bit of a wall tap at the top. And around through turn 4 to the start-finish line he goes. Jake Edwards wins it for OPR. Logan Howard P2. Kurt Chapman in P3 ahead of Dylan Shepherd, David Lawler, Ricky Hyde, Angus Lawford, Harry Dodds, Jordan Ferguson, and Jack Anderson makes up the top 10. It was an intense finish. Brannan, Michelson, Feely, and Boardman at the back of the field. An intense finish to what was an intense race. Jake Edwards takes the win. But you have to argue it was an interesting storyline to the very end of proceedings. A very interesting storyline to the very end. Overtime, 3 wide through turn 4, and then contact is made on the start of the final lap. It was just an inundated amount of pressure across the end of that race. But a fantastic one, nonetheless. Quick results up for you now. It's Edwards to Howard to Chapman, Shepherd, Lawler, the top 5, Hyde, Lawford, Dodds, Ferguson, Anderson, Brannan, Michelson, Feely, Boardman, Trott, Seidel at the back of the field. To give you those ones. Kurt Chapman in P3 tonight. Let's have a quick chat to him off the back of that performance. Kurt, congratulations. Brad Brewing your way up to P3 after a bit of chaos on the final lap, but had to put your car in the position to do it, and you did well to get that done. Congratulations on your efforts.
Yeah, it was a bit of a scary finish. It's not too great when a car goes like 90 degrees in front of you on the finish line. But, yeah, tried to keep the nose clean and come away with the podium.
Well, you didn't come away in liquid death. You came away in P3, to be fair. So that all paid out for you in the very end of the night. A couple of dumps throughout it as well, though. How was Homestead for you? How'd you find it with the car and getting yourself settled for those what turned out to be 72 laps?
It was a bit sketch. I'm not used to tracks like this, and I don't think some of the other drivers are used to tracks like this. But yeah, it wasn't too bad of a night. Just like I said before, trying to keep the nose clean, and yeah.
Well, you kept it relatively clean. Good points all for you as well. Congratulations on the P3 here tonight, Kurt. Let us know anyone you want to give a shout out to. And for myself and the rest of the admin team and all of us here in the IRWC, congratulations on P3 at Homestead Miami.
Thank you for the broadcast, and thanks to IRWC for putting on the event.
No worries at all. Best of luck next week at Chicago Street Course. Kurt Chapman, P3 on the road tonight. Next up, we have our P2 in Logan Howard, who finished the race this evening facing the wall. Logan, congratulations on P2 in the end. Solid race from you. You did pretty well, actually, to hang up there. How was that one from your perspective, and how quickly do you want to run away from Homestead and get out to Chicago next week?
I'd say it's a bit messy, to be honest, because like I was running at the front at the start, but then I had a few issues, and then I got pushed to the back. I was actually 2 laps down, so to get back to second, I'm pretty happy.
So a good night, because you came back from 2 laps down to P2.
Well, do have a bit of a wrecked car now, though, across the line, but other than that, yeah, pretty.
Are there more laps to run?
Well, no, so I think we're right.
It doesn't matter then, does it? Doesn't matter if the car's wrecked, the race is over. But
exactly.
But I mean, a solid run from you. P2 in the end. Good haul of points as well. Chicago Street
Makes
Course.
up for last week.
Oh, well, it really does. Although there's plenty of racing to make up for it. But Chicago Street Course next week. Now that could be either a flaming bag on your doorstep, or it could be the lotto win. It's really just going to come down to how well you can handle the street course and how well you can keep it out of the concrete barriers, I think.
Yeah, normally I'm pretty good around the street tracks, but I guess we'll find out, right?
Only time will tell. Well, Logan, let us know anyone you want to give a shout out to. From myself and the rest of the league, congrats on this performance tonight out at Homestead to get P2 on the road.
Well, yeah, I'd just like to thank my sponsors. Gamer Fuel is a big sponsor of mine, so I'd like to thank them. And Sharp Apparel, even though I don't have it's not on the car, but anyway, I'd like to give a shout out to them.
Well, Logan, best of luck next week out at Chicago Street Course. Logan Howard, P2 on the road here this evening in the Rodnott Cup. And fire up Jake Edwards fans. P1 on the road in the double one entry. A man who likes to have a cuddle with a wall through turn 3 and 4. It's Jake Edwards. Jake, you're fired up right now.
Oh, mate, after that, I'm definitely fired up.
Is Freeman fired up?
All the boys are fired up. Let me tell you that.
Very good. Might need a fire extinguisher, maybe just to calm the boys down. I don't know. It depends if you want a wildfire on your hands. I mean, a great race from you. You had very, very good pace, obviously, all throughout. Did notice, though, a couple of laps there, you were you were giving a little high five to the wall, but through turn 3 and 4 a couple of times.
Yes, I was. I was running it a bit too hot.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I mean, yeah. I think there's a Simrigs logo on the wall at this track permanently now after that. I mean.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah. I mean, you brought all the boys with you into the chat. Hughesy's out there, Dylan, Matty's out there too. When's Barb's going to get on the ovals? I want to see him get wrecked. That'd be a fun time.
Oh, mate, he would. I don't know how he'd go, to be fair, running the fucking running the goggles, the VR.
Oh, it'd be pretty good though to see the socks he could have on offer. We could find him some Dale Earnhardt socks, I reckon. That'd be the go.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, a solid race for myself. They've had good pace these first few weeks. Chicago next week though. You hoping you're going to end up like SVG and not end up like Matt Bowler in AOG where he was upside down on the road?
Oh, no, I'm going to end up like Matt Bowler. No chance you'll see me go good around the road course in this thing.
I mean,
not a GDP. So.
Anything can happen. I mean,
yeah.
Hang on. This run at Le Mans, it's basically a GTP.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
It did the 24-hour only.
Yeah, it did.
Last year, so it's not that far out of the realm. But I mean, good points all for you, Jake. A solid race as well. Oh, there it is. There's you actually on the stream, just having a little high five with the wall. but no, solid points on the board. Chicago next week's going to be a good test, and we'll see if you come out of it swinging or if you come out of it a bit dazed and confused. I think the track may be the deciding factor on that one.
Yeah, well, maybe dazed and confused because I'm only good at turning left at the moment. So we'll
Well,
see how we go.
Well, there's right turns on that one, so that might be an issue. But
Yeah.
I mean, a great performance though, Jake. Congratulations. And anyone
Thanks,
you want to
mate.
give a shout out to, any sponsors of the team or any friends who may be watching, and for myself and everyone of us here, congrats on the race win, and best of luck at Chicago next week.
Thanks, mate. I'll give a shout out to Dylan Shepherd for coming second in my stage one. So good points haul for OPR basically. With a 1-2 in the stage, and then you finished P4 I think at the end. Shout out to Husey for giving us all the comms that we needed.
You bunch of sweats getting 1-2 finish in the stage, buddy.
Yeah, it's a good points haul. That's what we come. That's what we come here for.
Good points haul.
It's early in the thing, but we've got road courses that I can't say on stream, but I'm no good.
Oh, well.
I was going to use other words, but I can't say it. So
it's 10:30 somewhere, but you know, got to
Yeah,
keep
that's
it
it.
somewhat contained. But we'll see that. I mean, if you win now at Chicago or Sonoma, there's no excuses at that point.
yeah, well, yeah, definitely. There's no excuses, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
Oh, mate, thanks so much for going over chat. Best of luck next week at Chicago, and looking forward to seeing how the rest of this season goes. We might have to get some flames on the side of your car at some point, depending on how well you do.
Yeah, I'll ask Sammy. Sammy's over in Italy at the moment, but he's our paint guy, so I'll ask him to put some flames on it. Make it look sick.
Yeah, let's go. Full Jeff Gordon spec, I reckon. That'll be the go.
Yeah, definitely. I reckon that'll be mint.
Oh, it looks sweet. Jake Edwards, our race winner here this evening. Congratulations to you, Jake. And thanks so much to everyone for coming to have a chat to us here tonight across the race and to the post-race interviews as well. But that will bring an end to our race here this evening, ladies and gentlemen, in what was a spectacular performance from OPR. Great points haul on the board for them. Some solid performances throughout the field too. It'll be an interesting stage of play next week when we head out to Chicago Street Course. You guys do not want to miss it. So be sure to hit the like button, to subscribe, the bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we go racing here on the channel. Next up on your docket, Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. The Race Car Simulations V8 Veterans returns for round 1 of season 25 of Split 2 action as we head out to Phillip Island. And then Monday night, 7:50 p.m, myself and Brenton O'Brien in the booth for that one, for the next round of the VRS Porsche Cup Series as we head to right here, Homestead Miami for Road Course B. It's going to be a fantastic night on the road. But I'm Hamish Munro. Big shout out to all the series sponsors, VRS, Infinity Broadcasting, SPP Graphics and Blackheart Designs. See you guys next week for round 3 out of Chicago. But until then, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.
Side gunning for a gold, 3 wide deep, heart ice cold. I roll smoke like a tire on fire, fuel in the blood, born to go higher. Check left, push right, walls close in. Every move tight, plan for the win. Left turn king with the heat train time. When the lights go green, we light the sky. Let's light it up.